Hello, welcome Magic lovers. For this week's 1v1 commander, I have Ghave, Guru of Spores. This was an interesting deck that I found in another commander challenge. This one won 14th place, which I'm not sure what that means anymore, but the deck appealed to me on so many levels. I've always thought Ghave was a cool commander. I've always wanted to do a deck with him. He does some very cool things. And then there's some interesting combos in here with like Revelark and Commerce Guide, and there's some other interesting stuff. And there's a Garruk Apex Predator, and there's an Arena Rector and an Academy Rector. Um, it just seems like a really neat deck. There are some cards I'm a little skeptical on, but we'll just try it the way I mean, they won 14th place. It's got to be worth something. So we'll try it the way it is, and we will work from there. All right, I got a game. I am on the play, playing against Reki, the History of Kamigawa. I have a pretty nice hand. We'll go ahead and keep this. I got the turn 2 Corsair Crucifix. Let's play a Tranquil Thicket. I'll play a Mana Crypt just to get out this Skull Clamp. No white mana. No black mana, actually, either. Actually, I could just Garruk and make a creature. Corsair. It's probably better the following turn when I can get a land right off of it right away. Alright, opponent has Forest, Elvish Mystic. I take damage. Let's play the turn 2 Planeswalker. That makes 3/3s. Seems good. Alright, there's the Reki. Take another 3 damage. Let's play the Corsair, see what's on top of my library. Skull Clamp this thing. Attack. Opponent's almost certainly not going to block. Bayou. Gain a life. Skull Clamp this thing. And I don't really need to untap lands. So let's just make another beast. Alright, opponent has no plays. Alright, losing the flip every turn. That thing is very playable. Alright, well, let's get in probably with just one of these. Just for security. I really want my Garruks to stick around. Alright. Yeah. Maybe I should have put the thing on it. Alright, that's unfortunate, but probably move this over and then untap 2 lands. Say go. Alright, opponent has a Rishkar. Probably putting a token on Yeva. Yep. Ronus Monument. That thing's really good. It gives him +2/+2 and trample. Hopefully there's a land on top of my library. After the Garruk, obviously. Won the flip this time. Alright, there's a land. Alright. Destroy target creature. Gain life equal to its toughness. I think I have to kill that thing. I I sure would like some white mana. Definitely not attacking here. I got the Ronus's Monument. This commander is actually really good. I guess it just dies to removal. Which, we drew one, but I had to get rid of the Ghave. But early game, you know, the black decks, Kess and Leovold, usually could just kill that thing right away before you get any value. They've already gotten quite a bit of value off of it. Alright, a little bit worried about an attack here. Might kill one of my Planeswalkers. Oracle Medaya, okay. Yeah, it's any creature. They don't have to play a legendary creature for that thing to... Alright, Nature's Lore on top. Play an extra land. And Omnath. Jeez, this thing just... Alright, they got a 6/6 here. And Selvala. My exceptional draw has just been completely destroyed. Opponent has 1,000,000 mana. They're drawing 1,000,000 cards. It doesn't help that I haven't drawn white mana. Alright. It's a shame to lose the Garruk there. But killing a Planeswalker, or not a Planeswalker, killing this thing, I think I need to do. Alright. They let me keep the Beast token card. That's actually pretty bad for me. Kind of stuck with this Soul Ring. Opponent has 1,000,000 mana next turn. Cannot deal with everything they've got on the board. Oh, and Elhamit's Archive. Alright. Oh, so they get 2 cards every time they play. That's... This deck is nuts. Again, it just dies in you know, the super competitive. You just kill this thing 3 times and then they don't do anything. You might be able to get something off, but you know, like a Toxic Deluge hurts it pretty bad. My opponent's been fortunate enough to draw the Ronus Monument, which is probably the best card in their deck, a couple of times, every time I've played them. Because I played them in the Queen Marchesa games as well. So, this saves my Garruk. So it gives me another 3/3, draws me a card. Again, another white card. Move to my draw step. Lose the flip. White mana. Is that even good enough? Yeah, I'm just going to move on. I don't know. I don't want to just give up if there's a route, but I don't think there's a route. I need 2 white mana, and then I could do some pretty awesome things, but I'm just going to get buried. Yeah, I don't think there's any outs, really. Even if I draw a white mana next turn, they're going to do so much on their turn that there's no coming back from that. It would have been white mana, but still, like, I would have been so far behind by then. Alright, got another game. I am on the play again. That last matchup, playing against Argus Koss, Wojek Veteran. It's a very cool card from back in the day. Original Ravnica block. We'll keep this. I don't think they're going to be playing any graveyard strategies, so I'll probably... I don't know, I don't really need to lead off with the Bog. We'll lead off with the Temple of Plenty. That last matchup, though, that should have been where Queen Marchesa shined. A normal Queen Marchesa deck would have tons of early game removal to deal with that creature. It would be very rare game against a normal Queen Marchesa deck that that thing lives for very long. This deck, I was just looking, there's no There's no early game removal whatsoever. There's just nothing until turn 3. Which on the play, with some mana acceleration, sometimes you can get there. It just, I don't think this deck is really designed for that kind of thing. I don't think I want another land even as good as Gaia's Cradle is. We're already at 5 mana, got all our colors. I guess Gaia's Cradle is pretty good with her commander once you spread out all the tokens. We'll just go ahead and play off this Stoneforge Mystic. Not too experienced with the deck, so I'm not sure which equipments are in the deck. Looks like Jet, 2 swords, Fire and Ice, Famine, and a Skull Clamp. I'm going to go Jet. It's close between that and Fire and Ice, but I think Jet could be really good for me here. Other soldiers. Alright. Alright. It's not a Vindicate, so I can't destroy the Ancient Tomb as much as I'd love to. We'll just... there's no swinging in, so we might as well use the ability to play the Jet. Boros Challenger. Alright. That makes it a 3/3 with Mentor. Prevent all combat damage that would be dealt to attacking creatures you control. That's interesting. Well, at some point, I can probably Anguish and making that and blow out my opponent. Alright. Well, there's the Sword of Fire. Nice. Kind of wants me, it makes me want to save the Stoneforge Mystic, but I don't think my opponent's block is very good here. Alright, they're blocking. Let's get rid of this thing. I maybe get rid of this thing, but then we'll tutor. Still at a healthy life total. Plate Clafter is not where I want to be. I mean, Bone Shredder is close. I don't really want to pay the echo cost on it, but I want something that like kills the thing and then leaves something else. I want a creature that sticks around. I could just get a Rector, so my opponent can't really attack. Let's go Arena Rector. I know they could have a Swords or something like that, but makes my opponent's blocks really hard. Or attacks really hard. Makes their burn spells pretty bad. Alright, Swiftblade Vindicator. That thing's pretty good. Especially with this thing on it. Or pumping it. I didn't even check to see if there was a Wrath or anything like that in the deck. Maybe I should have. I almost certainly should have. Play an Arena Rector. Hope they don't have... And Argus. Oh, it's when it attacks, and it doesn't have haste. Alright, no attacks. That's pretty good. Ooh, Primeval Titan. Also pretty darn good. This is just a 1/1, right? Normally. Let's just attack. Alright, that's pretty good. I guess I have the aura shards to deal with this thing. So I'm probably going to anguish on making something. Do I want to just anguish on making this thing before they draw any cards? Or I could just... let's just get rid of it. This way. And then say go. Alright, is this Argus costs? Costs? No. Vanillage Commander. It makes a 1/1 every turn. Alright, let's... cost me 3 life, saves me 2 life, so it only cost me 1 life. Actually, it saves me more than 3 life. So, it's net positive. Let's play a Sword of Fire and Ice. Equip the Sword of Fire and Ice. Not drawing a land to play this Primeval Titan, but they can't block this. I draw a card. I might draw a land then. I get 2 tokens. I get to kill this thing. It all seems pretty good. Let's kill that thing. It's hard for this to be bad. Alright, so these are white 1/1s. This thing comes in with haste and has equal to the number of creatures you control. So we can just ping away at it with the jet. Ping away at the soldiers, and then it'll only be a 1/1, and then we can ping it. Well, we should have 4 tokens. Oh no, it's got another 2 turns. So I have 6 tokens by then. Glory of Warfare. As long as your turn, creatures control. As long as it's not your turn, creatures get... okay. So... ping that thing. Might just Aura Shards Fauna Shaman. And then... although I did just draw a land for Primeval Titan. Yeah, no, that can't be wrong. I didn't expect to actually draw a land. We don't really need to worry about the Glory of Warfare yet. I guess haste creatures, but we've got 3 tokens. Why do we only have 3? Oh, because I pinged one of them. Yeah. Alright, so there's Savannah. And let's just... I guess we also have a 6/6. So that's something too. I think they're actually dead next turn. They need to play something pretty good. Let's... I think now Gaia's Kratos pretty good. And then what's that do? Put target creature. Is this the GG? Yeah, that's the GG. Whatever. Actually, let's play the Gagari Rat Farm. Don't play banned cards. It's not banned, otherwise I couldn't play it. Alright, got another game. I'm on the draw. I got a mulligan this. It's turned on by 1 land and then becomes a really good hand. It's a little bit slow. Playing against Oloro, which... I don't know, actually. I'm going to keep it. I'm on the draw. Let's hope we draw land. I got 2 draws to draw land before... and even if I miss one, it's probably not the end of the world. Alright, never didn't have it. So, Cultivate's definitely a better use of my mana. Unless I draw a card or a land. If I draw a white land, then it's probably Secure Tribe Elder, Stoneforge Mystic. So it could Secure Tribe Elder, Jit. Alright, let's play Jit first. Playing around for Spaick. Spell Pierce, those kind of things. And then this one. Alright, so this deck is probably like an Esper control deck, I'm assuming. So, but being able to cast multiple spells per turn, pretty good against counter spells. Ghost Quarter, not bad. Let's cultivate first. Alright, they don't counter it. I definitely want 2 green. And I have 2 black, so I probably want 2 white. Alright, so let's put the green into play. Let's play the white. Let's play Stoneforge Mystic. Not countered. Yes, I'd like to play the ability. Probably getting Feast and Famine here. Although the cards off of Skull Clamp could also be pretty good. Let's go Feast and Famine. Okay. Just a very, very fast start. Alright, I'm not doing this again. The Queen Marchesa deck, I think, had other problems, but this one seems like it could be fine. Just the mana is not working for me. I took a look at it. I had a couple of games where I just didn't draw enough lands. Deck's only running 37. That's not, maybe that's just bad luck. It should be running more. I mean, look at this mana curve. There's, it should be running 39, probably 40 mana. Also, this is way too many basics to be running in a 3-color deck. It's just way too many. And that's why we didn't draw white in that first game, where we were never able to cast our white creatures because we never drew white. There's just too many basics. So I'm gonna straighten out the basics to find a couple cards I can cut and add at least 2 lands. Alright, so I looked over the land situation, and there's none of these ally lands or whatever they're the check lands. There's none of those. There's no real excuse for that. These things are super cheap. I don't know why they're not in the deck. They go in pretty much every deck whatsoever. And then there's also, it's missing 4 of the fetch lands. That might have just been these are the fetch lands they had. It is worth mentioning, there's a Secure Tribe Elder, there's a Kadama's Reach, there's a Cultivate, and there's a Yavimaya Elder. And I think that's it. So you don't want to not have any basics left in your deck. So we do probably want to keep 2 to 3 Forest. So we're going to cut 3 Forest for now. And probably maybe 2 Plains. Black's actually one of our shallowest colors, with the exception of things like Massacre Worm. I think we can probably go down to 1. And then we've got plenty of duals to support our black, and then we can fetch 1 black, and then that's it. But, so there might be a situation where I've already drawn my black, I need another black, and I have a Secure Tribe Elder, and it doesn't get black. But I think that should be fairly rare. And then there's also the Twilight Mire is the other filter land. I think I do want to play all 3 filter lands. So we're 1 land more than we cut. So we're up to 38 lands. So I'm going to need to cut some more spells. And then I got a few more lands over here that I could bring in. I don't think I want to bring in the fast lands or the tainted. I could bring in the tainted, but black again is my shallowest color. I think I'm fine without bringing those in. And the fast lands are great when you need something really early. Like in my Tachiova deck, like I didn't want to play filter lands. I wanted turn 1 green mana. This deck has 6 1-drops. 3 of them are colorless. This you don't usually cast on turn 1. This you don't usually cast on turn 1. There's just the Ovenwald tracker. I'm not super worried about always hitting green mana on turn 1. So I don't really want the fast lands. I've got a long curve. I don't want to be drawing these in the late game and not being able to play them. So I'm thinking our 39th land's going to be Brushland. And then our 40th if we do it. I think I will do a 40th land. Will be Llanowar Waste, and we won't do that. So we do need to make some cuts here, and obviously this 3-drop slot is pretty bloated. I'm not a huge fan of Yavimaya Elder. It's just too expensive, too slow. Doesn't do that much. It doesn't actually ramp you. I don't think I want that. Notice this Bone Shredder. I ran into a problem with it in the past. I just don't like the echo cost. I think I want to try this out. I've never seen it played in Commander, and there's probably a reason for it. It might be a little too cute, but I think I'd rather have the Ravenous Chupacabra. It doesn't have the cost. It's also something we can hit with Birthing Pod off all these 3-drops that can kill a creature. We've already got Fiend Hunter we can hit off a 2-drop. There aren't that many 2-drops. I'm questioning the Birthing Pod. You want more creatures, but all right, we'll try it out. But most of our drops are 3-drops, and then we've got the Ravenous Chupacabra to hit off that. So if you play a Harmonic Sliver to kill something, the other 3-drop I don't really like is Plague Crafter. I don't know. It just seems way too situational. I'm gonna cut that. And then I kind of want to cut this Cathar's Crusade. It could be good, but we're only running 28 creatures. I guess we have the tokens. We only have one drop to hit off the tokens with Birthing Pod. I don't know. This deck doesn't feel very well. I was excited. I saw Ghave. I saw that it had a decent finish. 14th place. It's decent for a Commander Challenge. And I didn't really look in depth at the deck. I saw the Rectors, and I thought that was cool, and there's some other cool things going on. I'm not sure this deck is really that well thought out. I'm going to keep in the Cathar's Crusade for now. And I'm going to cut... Chroma's Vengeance is our only Wrath whatsoever. I don't know how I feel about that. I think I'm going to cut the Court of Calling. It's going to be a bit too expensive, I think. So, there we go. We got 40 lands. We got a lot less basics. Should be able to hit our colors a lot more often. These fetch lands are really good at getting us the right colors. So let's try this out. We can always come back and change stuff again. Alright, got another match. I'm on the draw. I just added 3 lands and I just got a 0-lander. So I guess we're just on the bad luck train. We're missing some colors. And a color. Alright. I'll take that. Search for a creature card. Alright. And we gotta play our own temple. We're playing against Gishath. So hopefully we can... Definitely regretting that Chroma's Vengeance is my only Wrath. And do I want another land? Yeah, probably. This is one of the lands I just added, so that would have been a basic of some sort or another. This enters tapped right now. Do I want to Eladamri's Call and get something? Opponent hasn't played anything yet. Get Fauna Shaman and just start cycling our things. We don't have any creatures except for the Revelark, which I guess we could get back. I'm going to pay 2 life. I'm going to Eladam. It's an instant. Don't give my opponent extra information. We'll look. I'm leaning towards Fauna Shaman. We could just get a Wood Elves and ramp out to all our big things. That's fine-ish. We could get a Stoneforge Mystic. I think I kind of like the Stoneforge plan. Bonnet Shaman does those things if it lives. Let's get on the Stoneforge plan. It's hard for Stoneforge to be wrong. Oh, there's another Wrath. Okay. It's super expensive. Maybe I should have gotten the Wood Elves. -2/-2 might matter. I think we want Feast and Famine this time around. Alright, opponent plays an Explosive Vegetation. That's big. That's a lot of mana. They're getting close to Gishath. Man, now I'm really wishing I had gotten just the Wood Elves. I guess it wouldn't matter yet. Alright, well, let's just play this sword because we can attack for 1. Not that it's really going to matter. This thing has trample too. I need an answer for that. We got a 5/7. It's not quite good enough. This is 7 mana. This is 6 mana. Need another land. Oh, they got a Temple of the False God. They're swinging in with Gishath now. That's fast. What is this, turn 6? Turn 5. Turn 5, 8 mana creature. Alright, hopefully they whiff. That was a whiff. Alright. Dies, research the library for basic land card. I was skeptical about that one as well. I also missed a land drop. Alright, make them discard a card. We untap. I guess we just move this over. It saves us some damage. Doesn't kill that or anything like that. But it's something. It also, it's the number of damage that they do. Source would deal damage to another dinosaur, prevent all but one. Well, that's crazy. This is a cycling ability. Alright, so they only get 4 damage through this time. Target creature gains double strike. Holy cow. Alright, and they hit Zakama. They don't get the untap ability from it. Alright, well, I mean, us missing land drops seems to be most of the problem here. Well, they hit Waking Sun's avatar too? Holy cow. Yeah, I'm super dead. Opponent got off to a fast start. Mine was kind of mediocre. And then I tapered off. Alright, so I've looked over this deck quite a bit. And I've discovered some missed opportunities. The most glaring of which is Sophie Eriksdotter. I mean, you've already got the Revel Arc, Karmic Guide, bunch of other things. I mean, not having Sophie Eriksdotter, I think is wrong. And then there's other value kind of things that we can do here. Blooders to do damage. There's also the new Poison Tip Archer. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. I'm going to try it without it right now. And then Ashnod's Altar is a sacrifice outlet that also generates mana. Mikaeus that keeps things coming back. Recurring Nightmare. It's just outstanding. And then a couple of good value creatures that I think were missed. Sin Collector and Wormcoil Engine. Both you're happy to both get into play and sack pretty fully, pretty, whenever. And then the next section, I've got a bunch of removal. We've got Abrupt Decay, Fatal Push for cheap things, Dismember, and then the very versatile Putrefy and Mortify, and then Toxic Deluge. Hopefully, with the rest of the strategies, we can actually, it's just a nice reset button if you need it. It's very versatile. If our creatures are bigger and we just need to get through, we can just do smaller things. I think it's an important card to have. I might also want Wrath. I'm not sure. But, and then the third column, we've got ways to kind of keep Ghave going infinite. I mean, it's for every mana. But each one of these cards is a one card combo with Ghave that makes it so that he just continually, every mana you spend, you get another token, and they just keep coming and coming and coming. So Hardened Scales, if you put a counter back on Ghave, then you get another counter, and then you can turn those into creatures. Winding Constrictor, Corpsejack Menace does the same thing. And then we got Mazarek does basically the same thing whenever you sacrifice a creature. So whenever you sacrifice any creature, you put a counter on it, on everything you own. And then Rayhan is really interesting. It used to be played from time to time back when there were partners. It's one of the partner commander. It's definitely much better out of the command zone, but it makes things really interesting where the counters just keep changing hands from one to another, to another, to another. Your counters. And then, of course, there's Parallel Lives and possibly Doubling Season. I don't know, it might be a little too expensive. And then Walking Ballista is a good payoff for all these cards. As is Rishkar, because it turns all your things into mana creatures as well as coming down as a 3/3 and making something else a mana creature. It's very good. And then I got possible low drops in order to both fuel my sack a token to get to Birthing Pod to get a 1-drop, sack that 1-drop to get a 2-drop, etc., etc. Keep the chain going. We don't have many 2-drops, and we might want to look into that as well. But Deathrite Shaman belongs in every black-green deck. It's a 1-mana Planeswalker. And then I don't know about the rest of these. Almost certainly Birds of Paradise. Maybe not any of the rest of these, but they're all pretty good. And then if we were putting in any of these, we might want to reconsider our lands as well. At the very least, putting in the last Pain land. And I did notice I forgot to take out this Golgari Rot Farm. So this is a lot of cards to add in. So we need to look real hard at which cards we don't want. And I definitely do not want Viridian Emissary. I probably do not want Eladamri's Call. I don't want Sword of Fire and Ice. Feast and Famine, Jit, Soul Ring, it's fine. We did have good luck with the Fire and Ice, but, Jit does the same basic thing most of the time. And so, I don't know about Mentor the Meek. Council's Judgment's obvious. I don't think I want Fiend Hunter. This could be dangerous. I don't know if we have a way to gain life. It seems really cool, and it's a nice, cool addition. I'll keep it in for now, but it could be very dangerous. Cultivate and Kanama's Reach and Wood Elves, I think I definitely want. They ramp me from 3 to 5, which is where you want to be. And then Courser. I don't think I really want Courser. I don't think I really want Oracle Medaya. It just seems a bit slow. I don't think I want Utter End over the other removal options that are available to me. And actually, what's the new one? Night of Autumn. All right, we're not running any other slivers in their deck. So Night of Autumn is pretty much a strict upgrade on Harmonic Sliver. So let's cut in Harmonic Sliver. I think I'm going to cut the Arena Rector. I'm sad. But I think I'm also going to cut the Garruk and possibly the Elspeth. Academy Rector, if we keep Doubling Season in, could be pretty good. Restoration Angel. I don't know about Ravenous Chupacabra. It seems like it could be pretty good. Garruk Relentless. Those seem fine. I think I probably cut the Cathar's Crusade. I think if I want a 5-mana enchantment that doesn't do anything the turn and comes to play, I think Doubling Season is the best. I don't know about Dictative Urboros. Could be good, could be bad. Definitely cutting Akroma's Vengeance. Definitely cutting... where's the other one? Decree of Pain. I don't think Garruk does enough. We should be playing Dryad Arbor. That's the name of it. Dryad Arbor. If we're playing Green Sun Zenith. So that's another land to consider. Although it is a green that doesn't produce green mana the first turn. Worth considering. Duplicate's probably fine. I don't think I want Dramoka. Maybe if you're playing... Maybe even not if you're playing in leagues or something like that. Just because... Yeah, I mean, it can't be countered, but it can't be killed. So... Bane of Progress, I think, is out. I think we want targeted. We got Aura Shards. We got Night of Autumn. I don't think we want to be wiping all the enchantments when we just added potentially a whole bunch. Massacre Worm, Sun Titan could be fine. Primeval Titan, obviously good. Duplicate, yeah. Alright, so that leaves us down 14 cards. I'm cutting Uvenwald Tracker as well. Not the kind of removal I really want. Fauna Shamans, Cur Tribe Elder, Scavenging Ooze. I don't think I need Sylvan Scrying. I'm not sure if I need Gaia's Cradle. It's just kind of like if we draw it, we draw it. Having another way to get it. Mentor of the Meek. Alright, well let's see what we got going on here. I think I want like all of this. This is just everything I want out of the deck. So let's see where we are with that. That's 90 cards. I think I want all of this removal as well. Now we're at 96. Alright, so man, that 3-drop. Alright, let's cut the Mentor of the Meek and the Midnight Reaper, I think. I think we're going to get our value other ways. You draw 2 cards and gain 2 life. Distribute 2... Yeah, I don't know if that's great. I probably want to play Hardened Scales. Oops. Moved it up top. And I probably want to play Winding Constrictor. And I definitely want to play Deathrite Shaman. Whether or not I want to play the rest of these things, I'm not sure. Because we got to make cuts. I mean, maybe Cultivate and Kadawa's Reacher. I mean, they're not creatures, so they don't really... I mean, I definitely want to get to Ghave as soon as possible. That's kind of what I'm building towards. I'm going to cut them. I don't know if it's right. I kind of want to just get to them other ways. Like, this seems pretty iffy. We just added a bunch of 3-mana removal. This is so restrictive on what it's removal on. The distribute counters is good if you got Hardened... And then Ashnod's Altar is an obvious include. Let's cut the Rector. Oh, it's pretty good if you are birthing potting it. We definitely want this one. Do we want this one? I think we probably cut Elspeth and probably Ugin. And then maybe we cut a land too. Go down to 39. See what else we got going on here. Oh, let's go Birds of Paradise. I think that one we probably want in. We probably don't want these in since we cut Cultivate. I kind of want to see this. It's a 2/2 for 5 though. Just doesn't seem. I think Walking Ballista is probably pretty good. And then maybe avoid these enchantments. We got rid of the other thing. And then we're at 96. A couple more 1-drops. I want to see this. It could just get removed, but and then go. I don't remember which pain land I cut or didn't put in, but it needs to go in now. Okay, so Caves of Koilos. All right, we'll throw that one in. Let's cut a Plains. Let's cut a Ghost Quarter. Let's put in Wasteland. Do we play Wasteland? Probably. It always feels wrong not to play Wasteland. So let's go there and maybe not worry about that one. Sort by color. We're heavy on the green. Our black just went up quite a bit and our white went way down. Alright, so let's cut a forest and a tranquil thicket. It's hard to get a good look at lands and see what's going on. Sometimes you miss one or two of them and it's like, oh, that's an awful land for this deck. Alright, we're at 40 lands and we got 99 cards, so I actually didn't end up cutting a land. Again, can always come back and try this, but we got one more removal. I think we got some better synergies. I think we got some cool things to do, and we got a reason to play Ghave now. Whereas I'm not sure the last deck really had a reason. It just kind of felt like, okay, I play Ghave because it's good. This actually has some combos and cool things that you can do with it. Let's try it out. Alright, got another game. I am scattered. See what I'm saying? Like, this shouldn't be in my deck. Alright, we'll keep this anyways. But, I mean, I even looked at each of the lands individually. This should not be in my deck. I wanted to get rid of cycling lands, actually. That was specifically what I was looking for. And but we got lands and spells. We got a ramp spell. We got removal. We are playing against Xiahou. I think that's how it's pronounced. Alright, there's another. Alright, we'll play this cycling land. Right now I'm pretty sure we need it. And then we got black here. Alright, well, we're drawing a lot of lands all of a sudden. I think I'm still gonna Sakura Tribe Elder. I wonder if I should be playing Phyrexian Arena. It's a card I kind of overlooked. Like, I was aware of it. Alright, opponent Imperial Seals on their turn. Oh, it's a sorcery anyway, so that's the one. But are they missing a land, or are they just not played a land yet? Alright, opponent did not miss a land drop. They have Bajuka Buck. Okay. I think I want Forest here. Let's go Forest. And then... Alright, so I've drawn only lands since my starting hand. I still don't think there's a strong reason. What does this thing do anyways? Return target black card from your graveyard to your hand. So I might want to get Sakura Tribe Elder in play. Yeah. I want to make sure they're not doing anything funky, getting an Imperial Seal back or something like that. Opponent has Read the Bones. So we'll go ahead and exile those 2 cards and then play Ghave next turn. And opponent shouldn't be able to play this and another black card. Alright, let's go ahead and exile both of these cards. Opponent might get some removal for the Scavenging Ooze or something like that, but that's pretty good. Let's just go ahead and play Ghave and attack. Then we probably just leave all our mana up. Alright, they hit Cabal Coffers. They have an Urborg. That's a lot of mana. Never mind, I guess they can get black cards. And holy cow. I missed that they played the Urborg. That is a lot of mana. Runesguard Demon. Flying 6/6. I'm really worried. My opponent has searched for 2 cards. One of them was probably either Cabal Coffers or... No, they already had the Urborg in play. So one of them had to be Cabal Coffers. Alright. That's pretty good. Alright, let's just say go. Take 6 damage in the sky if we have to. Hopefully they don't go too nuts, although they've got a lot of mana and just tutored for whatever card they want. So they're probably going to go completely nuts. About to get interesting here. That's 11 mana on turn 6. Welcome to Commander. It's not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, there's nothing that would Alright. Create a 5/5 demon and lose 5 life and... What? It's a 9/9? Oh, XX. X is the number of cards in your hand. They have 9 cards in their hand? Holy cow. Alright, well, they're going to sacrifice all their creatures. That's what's going to happen there. They still have to discard. They said, I carumba. I don't know what the context is there. Alright, we'll take 6. We will dictate. Which I was skeptical about this card, but it's looking pretty good right now. And might as well eat that out of their graveyard. Exile target card. Put a creature card from a graveyard. Okay. Alright, we drew a land. That's pretty good. I don't think I'm quite in a position. This is actually a bit expensive. It's going to cost all of my mana to do this. All but 1. Probably want to put them on this thing. Alright, I clicked wrong. And I put a +1/+1 counter. Yeah, I did it the wrong way. So I just lost my Scavenging Ooze, which is a big loss. No doubt about that. Which also means I should put them back on Ghave. Sacrifice creature. Put it on this creature. Sacrifice creature. That was a bit of a flub. Just a misclick because I wasn't paying attention to the order in which Magic Online makes you do that. I tried to do it first, but Magic Online wants you to do it last. It wants you to pick a target first, and then you sacrifice when you pay the cost. And I did that wrong. Bright side, opponent's black. They shouldn't be able to... I mean, there's a few artifacts that kill all the... everything, every non-land permanent. But other than that, there's not many ways for black to deal with enchantments. Alright, well there's one. They got an Oblivion Stone. That definitely deals with Dictate of Erebos. So we would have lost the Scavenging Ooze to that anyways. Alright, opponent has a Dimir House Guard. They are searching for something that costs 4. Alright, they got Tendrils of Corruption. Deals X damage to target creature and you gain X life, where X is the number of swamps. And Thespian Stage becomes a copy of Cobble Coffers. Maybe we just play Solemn? Seems like a pretty lackluster turn, but paying Ghave into the Tendrils doesn't seem that good. Playing this into the Tendrils seems even worse. Let's just play Solemn. It gets us more mana, allows us to spread out the tokens once we do play Ghave. I don't think it really matters what color I got. Maybe I wanted something other than green since I have the Cradle. Alright, opponent has 22 mana this turn. Technically 23. I mean, they can tap the rest of these. 19 mana, win the game here. Okay, just win the game then. Alright, so they can exile target card from an opponent's grave until there are none in my graveyard. I might be able to interrupt this. Let's do it with 2 on the stack. That seems fine. Opponent says they're playing with their food. I'm eating all their mana so that they can't necessarily... I guess it flips. Maybe I should have done this sooner. Shoot. I gotta do it again. And then they have enough mana. They gotta... Either way I do it, they... Alright, let's kill this thing instead of... I was thinking I put Solomon in my graveyard and this thing, but they can just do this in response. So let's get rid of it. So that it's gone next turn. I think they still have enough mana to put something into their graveyard. I guess they can do that again next turn, though. Search your library for a card. I got Shred Memory. Gets them a 2. Opponent's clearly on a combo train. I think that's going to be hard for a fair-ish, still combo-y, but a fair combo kind of deck. Hymn to Torok. Alright, you take my last 2 cards. That actually sucks, because I lost the Gaia's Cradle. Alright, Blooming Marsh. Alright, let's play Ghave. And they're just going to do all that all over again. I don't know what their goal is. Get Runescar Demon. I think they are playing with their food. They clearly could just do X damage to me. And it's actually really boring to sit there and watch them tap all their mana because they have to untap and... Okay. Yeah, they're... I don't know why they're playing with their food. Alright, got another game. I am on the draw. This hand looks fine-ish. It doesn't really do anything. But let's keep it anyways. Playing against Nylea, God of the Hunt. That's a cool one. Alright, well there's nothing to turn on this Sun Petal Grove, so we'll play that on turn 1. Alright, and then we'll continue to do nothing. Alright, well I drew a Mana Crypt. Do I want to play Garruk, make a 3/3? Play this thing, do nothing with it? Play my commander? Let's play my commander. Although next turn it's prime time, I don't think there's any reason not to play prime time next turn, even though this would be pretty good. I don't think we have to worry. There's some removal in mono green, but not that much. Alright, Maze of Ith. We can kind of go around Maze of Ith at least, just by making a bunch of creatures. It means this next turn, I don't really have a play. As good as Mazarek is, very few things are as good as prime time. Alright, lost the flip. And it's high time for prime time. This is technically cutting my opponent off of a land right now. Alright, what do we got? We got Gaia's Cradle, Wasteland. Get rid of that Maze of Ith. Not going to make them do it. There's no point. Alright, Pell Collector. About 5 turns too late. Reclamation Sage to kill my Mana Crypt. Let's go... I mean, killing my mana is good and all, but... Alright, so let's remove a counter. Yeah, I don't care if they Maze Vid this turn. Then we got 4 mana. Sacrifice creature. Put a +1 counter on this thing. God dang it, I did it again. Oh, that was much worse. Oh, that was so much worse. Now I got all this mana and nothing to do with it. Alright, well I guess we're better off anyways. Leaving him like this. I can't believe I did that twice. Still in a great position, but I just wanted that combo to work. Like I was going to make everything so big. Alright. Guess my opponent can double block. Let's go. Where is... There's not a Yavimaya? That's an oversight, I think. Man, this Manabase still needs work. I guess Dryad Arbor Ramsus and Temple of Silence, I guess. Let's put that on the bottom. I'm so embarrassed that I did that again. I wanted to combo off. Oh man, this thing untaps just straight lands. That seems good. Opponent's just now at 5 mana, so they're searching for 4 mana. Elvish Piper. Well, I'm out of mana myself. Or out of things to do. I guess we just make this thing. And then I guess we don't even need to untap the mana because what do we... Did I play a land? No, I haven't. So we'll Vorest Stronghold. We'll make a 3/3. And I don't really want to move around counters. I'm still going to attack with the Dryad Arbor. I guess we get 5 chances to move around counters. Alright, so yeah. Any temples here? Temple. Temple. No. Oh, Temple Garden. Alright, and Temple of Plenty. Yeah, I want a Massacre Worm. Although I'm probably going to put Mazarek back on top of my library. Alright. Opponent can put something into play. I don't have removal somehow. I put a ton in the deck. There's not that much, though. So I don't know what they can put into play. But I have 1,000,000 mana, so I can make everything like 1,000,000. Actual numbers. 1,000,000, 1,000,000. Okay. Opponent's not going to let me do it. Maybe I should have just kept the Mazarek in play in the first place. So it's been quite an adventure so far, and that adventure continues in part 2, which is coming tomorrow. Couldn't fit all of what I wanted to do with this deck into one video. I actually continue to make more changes to this deck list. There was originally a 14th place Commander Challenge, and I've already changed about 40 cards in the deck. The Manabase really needed to work. And I thought there were some weird synergies that just weren't quite working in the main deck. But let's see how it continues to evolve tomorrow. Look for that video. Thank you for watching. Have a good night.